When selecting a National Electrical Code, or NEC, code change book, consider several options, each with unique strengths and weaknesses. Firstly, Stallcup's Illustrated Code Changes offers over 800 color photos and illustrations along with extensive explanations using practical examples in easy-to-understand language. However, it may be overwhelming for beginners and potentially expensive. Secondly, the IE analysis of changes features highly detailed and technical analysis, rationales behind code changes, and code references with cross-references. Despite this, it can be dry and difficult to engage with, possibly unsuitable for all experience levels. Thirdly, Mike Holt's Code Change book breaks down changes into practical, understandable concepts, focusing on key changes and their implications, including quizzes and study questions. But it may not be as extensive as other books, and illustrations might be limited. Consider these must-have aspects when choosing a code change book. Clear explanations are essential. The book should provide detailed and easy-to-understand explanations of the code changes. Illustrations, diagrams, and photos can significantly enhance understanding and retention of the material. Practical examples using real-world scenarios help illustrate how code changes apply to specific situations. Technical accuracy is paramount. Ensure the book is written by subject matter experts and thoroughly reviewed for accuracy. Up-to-date information is critical. The book must cover the latest code changes as published in the NEC. Given satisfaction with IE analysis for the 2002 code changes, consider the IE analysis of changes for the 2005 code. Alternatively, if a more visually appealing and easier to digest format is preferred, Stallcup's Illustrated Code Changes could be a suitable choice. Remember to prioritize clear explanations, helpful illustrations, practical examples, technical accuracy, and up-to-date information when making a decision. The aim is to ensure thorough comprehension and effective application of the 2005 NEC code changes. Each book has pros and cons to weigh based on individual learning preferences and needs. Reviewing sample pages or chapters of each book can aid in this decision-making process. The NEC is a comprehensive document, and understanding its changes requires a resource that aligns with the individual's learning style. Consider whether a highly detailed, technical analysis or a more visually driven, practical approach is more conducive to their understanding. Also, factor in the level of experience with the NEC. Beginners may benefit more from a book with simpler language and numerous illustrations, while experienced professionals might prefer the depth and detail of a technical analysis. Furthermore, consider the format that best suits their study habits. Some individuals learn best through quizzes and study questions, while others prefer practical examples and real-world scenarios. Consider the overall cost of the book as well, especially if budget is a concern. While some books may offer more extensive coverage of features, others may provide a more cost-effective solution without sacrificing essential information. To elaborate further, the IE analysis of changes is known for its thoroughness. It delves into the rationale behind each code change, providing a deeper understanding of the intent and purpose. This can be particularly valuable for individuals involved in code enforcement or those seeking a comprehensive understanding of the NEC. However, its technical nature may make it less accessible to those new to the code or those who prefer a more straightforward explanation. Stallcup's Illustrated Code Changes, on the other hand, prioritizes visual learning. Its abundance of color photos and illustrations helps to clarify complex concepts and make the code more relatable to real-world applications. The easy-to-understand language makes it suitable for a wide range of experience levels, from beginners to seasoned professionals. However, the sheer volume of information may be overwhelming for some, and its cost may be high compared to other options. Mike Holt's Code Change book strikes a balance between technical accuracy and practical application. It focuses on key changes and their implications, providing clear explanations and relatable examples. The inclusion of quizzes and study questions makes it an effective tool for self-assessment and knowledge reinforcement. However, it may not be as comprehensive as the other two options, and its illustrations may be limited. Ultimately, the best code change book is the one that best meets their individual needs and preferences. By carefully considering the pros and cons of each option along with their own learning style and experience level, they can make an informed decision that sets them up for success in understanding and applying the 2005 NEC code changes. Remember to verify that the chosen book aligns with the specific edition of the NEC being used. Code cycles occur every 3 years, so ensuring the book corresponds to the 2005 edition is crucial for accurate and up-to-date information. Additionally, explore available resources beyond the books themselves. Online forums, industry publications, and continuing education courses can supplement their understanding and provide additional insights into the code changes. Engaging with other professionals in the field can also offer valuable perspectives and practical advice. The NEC is a living document constantly evolving to address new technologies, safety concerns, and industry best practices. Staying informed about code changes is an ongoing process, and the right resources can make all the difference. In summary, selecting a 2005 NEC code change book requires careful consideration of individual learning styles, experience levels, and budget constraints. By weighing the pros and cons of each option and exploring additional resources, they can choose a book that best supports their understanding and application of the code. The code change books are designed to help the reader understand the changes made from one code cycle to the next. The NEC is updated every 3 years, and each new edition incorporates revisions, additions, and deletions to address evolving industry practices, new technologies, and safety concerns. Code change books provide a valuable resource for electricians, inspectors, engineers, and other professionals who need to stay current with the latest requirements. These books typically offer detailed explanations of each code change, along with illustrations, examples, and other helpful resources. They may also include quizzes and study questions to help readers test their understanding of the material. When choosing a code change book, it is important to consider the following factors. The scope of the book. Does it cover all of the code changes, or does it focus on specific areas? The level of detail. Does it provide a high-level overview of the changes, or does it delve into the technical details? The clarity of the writing. Is the language easy to understand, or is it overly technical? The quality of the illustrations. Are the illustrations clear, accurate, and helpful? The price of the book. Is it affordable? Once they have considered these factors, they can narrow down their choices and select the code change book that is best suited to their needs. Remember that understanding code changes is a continuous process. Take the time to thoroughly review the material, ask questions, and seek clarification when needed. By staying informed about the latest code requirements, they can ensure that their work is safe, compliant, and up to industry standards. Furthermore, consider the author's expertise and reputation. Authors with extensive experience in the electrical industry and a strong understanding of the NEC are more likely to produce accurate and reliable code change books. Look for authors who are actively involved in code development and have a proven track record of providing valuable insights and interpretations. Another important aspect to consider is the book's format and organization. Is the information presented in a logical and easy-to-follow manner? Does the book include a comprehensive index and table of contents for quick reference? A well-organized book can save time and effort when searching for specific information. Pay attention to the book's use of examples and real-world scenarios. Practical examples can help to illustrate how code changes apply to specific situations and make the material more relatable. Look for books that provide a variety of examples covering different types of electrical installations and applications. Consider the book's approach to explaining complex concepts. Does it break down complex topics into smaller, more manageable pieces? Does it use analogies, diagrams, and other visual aids to enhance understanding? A good code change book should be able to explain even the most challenging code requirements in a clear and concise manner. Also, assess the book's treatment of controversial or ambiguous code requirements. The NEC is not always perfectly clear, and some code requirements are subject to interpretation. Look for books that acknowledge these ambiguities and provide different perspectives on how the code should be applied. This can help them to develop their own informed opinions and make sound judgments in the field. Do not hesitate to consult with other professionals in the electrical industry for their recommendations. Ask colleagues, mentors, and instructors for their opinions on different code change books. Their insights can be invaluable in helping them to make the right choice. Remember that a code change book is just one tool in their arsenal. It should be used in conjunction with the NEC itself, as well as other resources such as online forums, industry publications, and continuing education courses. The goal is to develop a comprehensive understanding of the code and its practical applications. Finally, keep in mind that the NEC is constantly evolving, so it is important to stay up to date with the latest code changes. Make it a habit to review the code on a regular basis and to attend continuing education courses to stay informed about the latest developments in the electrical industry. It is also useful to consider the long-term value of the code change book. Will it continue to be a useful resource in the future, or will it become outdated quickly? Some code change books offer online updates or supplementary materials that can help to keep the information current. Consider whether these features are important to them.